So the design I wanted to work with here, the concept, is one of it's for a woman, high fashion, glamorous, soft, but strong at the same time. Exciting, cutting edge, and there we go. All right, that's my kind of concept words. So I pulled some research. These were pulled just right out of magazine, so I can have some to be able to see. I love magazine resources because I can have them in front of me, but that's a personal thing. If you want to work with them on your Pinterest file and on the web, that's fantastic too. But here we are, we're showing these. Some of the things that I'm liking about these, let me just kind of go through. I adore these shoes. These are fantastic. I love the open face of the foot, string tie. Even like this handbag too. That's a great thing. Not so crazy with the design I'm looking at right now with the fur, but so shoes, handbag. I love how short and the taffeta working on this with its knee length, and even this belt has got a nice quality to it. The open back with this is very nice. And there's something really, really fantastic about this huge bow that I really want to be able to portray within this scene. And I've just got to have this fantastic wig and hair to bring into it. Maybe even some accoutrements with the necklace too. It's kind of fun to start. So anyway, I want to start working with these and go in with pulling this together. One of the best ways I've been able to find, and one of the biggest challenges with costume design often is with figures. The goal is to be able to see what the costumes will look like when all put together. And so one of the best ways I've found is to utilize templates or croquis and think about it kind of like paper dolls, but we're drawing them onto it. I've got a croquis here that works quite well. You can pull whatever type that you want from the web as well and print those off. The renderings that I like to work with is about at least an 8.5 by 11, which is this printout size. And so my paper here is about 11, about 12 by 12, 12 by 11 that I'm going to work with. To get this onto paper, I could certainly use a light table or even using a window as my light table by putting it back behind it and then shining light through it and then outlining it. Today's pretty cloudy and it's not working very well. I'm going to do the next best thing and transfer it with just some fairly quick charcoal, in this case pencil, to be able to just transfer my outline very quickly to my paper. Okay. Nice soft pencil in the back. There we go. Right. Let's see. I think good spot. other pencil, and just work the outline here. There we go. Yeah, that's working fairly well. All right. Get some of the details and shape. And yeah, there's a wide variety of croquis out there, templates, and varying sizes, body types, and do a really nice job in getting a look established. Now we're certainly, with these designs, we're looking to concentrate on clothing, and often what I'll do, all right, now that I've got it down, I'm going to give us, just clean it up just a little bit, make sure I know what I'm seeing. Great. And so I'll save my little drawing. Start working with putting this together. All right, one of my pieces that I really, really enjoyed was the was this bow, and that was the shape too. So I'm going to give myself an overall silhouette and outline with my costume first. Working from just very light sketching and getting my shape. Good. So this one, I'm working from here. This one comes up just under the armpits and across the face. Open neck, off the shoulders completely, tight waist. And right. Good. All right. Working. We'll pull this bow in here now. I just love it. All right. Big, huge bow. I'm trying to keep my my work in here very light. You're kind of messy there. Go away. Come on. All right. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. And detail. I was talking about this one here with the open back. So that is in order to do that, I do need a shoulder. So I'm going to bring one shoulder up on this here. And because of that, I need to have the back as well. So I'm going to do a little look from the back. Just little detail as such, just so that I can so I'm over this shoulder, come down very low like this. Now, whether I'm designing something from the resources that I've got, something brand new, or pulling in several pieces from my resources, like a flannel shirt and jeans and a coat, in the same kind of way. I'm going to draw them onto my template and work out the details and look from that. Okay, but because I can't see in this case, because I can't see the front, I do really want to bring out. Is a little lower. We'll bring out detail of what this looks like from the back. Okay. All right, don't even draw it. Ugly fish arm. Okay. There. Yeah, that's not too ugly. Okay. This is from the back side. All right, so I've worked on back, that. I'm going to work this hair in here. I'm going to just do it. All right, so big cotton candy hair. And you notice I'm not giving a lot of detail to the face. It's some designers will, especially if they know who the actor is playing it. But sometimes I've had directors have trouble with it because they're trying to see if it really looks like the actor or not. And anyways, we want them to look at the costumes. So I typically leave it pretty nondescript. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do this from the back side as well, just for fun. All right, I might not finish that. All right, detail with some of the necklace work. I do want to show that. Good. Great. All right. And then I do need to get my cute little shoes in there. Now, with the costume rendering, often I will tag in the, once this is done and finished, I will tag in this additional research in here too, to really bring attention to what it is I'm doing, or what we're looking at. So I'm not so dependent upon my ability to draw it. This is really pulling it all together, and getting specifics can come from the details that are in the photographs. Forgot. Where's my belt? All right. So do want to add this belt. Don't have to go crazy in the amount of detail since I do have it. You have this belt already in here. Okay. All right. So I've got a piece of. So I've got a pretty decent sketch to work with. And some of this area, I'm going to start to get rid of some of this stuff. But I'm going to take and add some detail with a Sharpie. In this case, I'm going to just accentuate some of the detail that I've got, try to bring out a little bit of the texture. Okay. Almost kind of cartoon outline without getting too cartoony. It's just a nice approach to being able to bring out some of this detail. This outline is pretty simple. You can trace and outline. Works fairly well. You can work your details with the sketching and then accentuate them with the accentuate them with Sharpie. It's a nice big bow. Okay, just a little bit of detail there. All right, I'm going to finish her up here. little high heel. All right. And details. Okay. And then those pearls in here just to finish it off here. Okay. And do need to bring in the back side just as a little sketch. Okay. That's not bad. All right. I'm going to just get rid of a few of my extraneous marks. I don't need them to muddy things. There you go. One of them's not bad. There you go. Fairly fast. All right. Now, color-wise, I'm just using some cheap watercolor, and I love using this this Sume brush. To wet these up. There's a few grime in here. Let me clean it up just a little bit, especially my colors, some lighter colors. Go. I use a little spray bottle with a little bit of water in it and freshen up the watercolors with that, keeping them clean and soft. Trying to work straight out of the with them dry. Kind of frustrating. There's a lot of beautiful work that you can get even just out of these cheap little watercolor pads. So it even has white, which is interesting. Okay, let's see how that works. Go wet it up just. All right. And now the paper I'm using here is just this is a low texture watercolor paper. Bristol board does well. Something that's a little thick keeps it from curling and bubbling on you. I have done work on even copier paper, but it will curl up on and it prevents your rendering from looking really quite good if it's got a bunch of curls and puckers and stuff in it. If I do use printer paper, I will adhese that spray adhesive onto some thicker board like a foam core or something like that, just to keep it to make it nice and flat and keep it flat. But this watercolor board is quite fun to work with and does a good job. We'll lightly spray it just to get some tooth to the board. All right. So working with this, I like the strength that this red has, and I think I want to work with that. Having good colors to a variety of watercolor to work with is quite good, but you can do quite a mix with it, with what the rainbow that you can get. I typically don't like the colors. Let's see, a little bit of green to this. Often they're way too strong. So I'm adding a little bit of green to this just to tone it down and give it a little richness. Okay. Test it. Yeah, that's a nice color. All right, so I'm going to pull in just a little bit color. I want to keep the kind of shiny quality that both of these have. This reflective color. And doing that, it means I'm going to paint the whole thing. I'm going to area and use water to give some reflectivity. Warm it up with a little brown. There we go. Don't like that. Thought I would like that and didn't like that. So in this case, I think I want to use a little black and blue, purple it up just a bit. Oh my goodness, that's so nice. It's going to be a nice shadow color. A little bit more blue. Okay. Yeah. Just add a little bit here to get some depth of shadow working. Good. That's not too bad. All right, I'm going to use some of the same color that I've got just for fun. See what it's going to look like. Back. Fabulous. Okay. Okay. Not too crazy about it, but it's okay. Now I want to get a little bit. I love the crazy pink that's in the hair. Yeah, just a little bit of that to it. It's cotton candy. Okay. And while I'm here, I think I will a little bit of skin tone. Yikes. Doesn't have to be much, but a little bit helps. There. Okay. So plenty, didn't need a lot. So very very thin. That's gonna work okay. All right. Now I'm going to take these shoes as well, keeping within my color palette. I'm going to work them into it as well. Just red leather detail. Just a bit to pull it together. What's kind of nice about this was this little bit of accent that's going on here. If you want to draw a little bit of attention to the bottom hem. Okay, even though I've made that's fine. Okay, so this I'm going to leave it alone and add just a little bit of into the gold. Try to bring in a little bit of attention to that. Okay. Doesn't have the crazy focus that pulling away from the main focus, but it's nice, little accents. All right. Finally with this, I want to add I like to add just a little bit of shadow, just to pull the image off the page a little bit. Do that with a blue in this case. helps to pop her out from the background. All right. Probably let it dry just a little bit. It would have been better, but okay. I think let's do. I can just soften it just ever so much. This background costume designs very often, it can really give a sense of the show that you're working on as well. A very grungy, gritty background, or sparkly pink, or all depends upon what the show is. It can help reflect that. This gray really is not doing that much more than just helping pop her off the background.